welcome back. Well, today I have a Disneyland update by none other than our Disneyland aficionado, Francine Brokaw. Well, Francine, welcome back. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me again. And since my last time on, I have had a lot of comments coming to me about disappointment with Disney and Disneyland, the company, because of all the changes and the updating and the political back and forth about how to be the woke version of what they were. And actually, a lot of people have told me that they don't want to go back just because of that. That's their way of giving their protest, which is fine. It's, you know, it's not anything bad. You can definitely vote with your pocketbook. That's the way to do it. But also, I did meet somebody who is a good friend with two animators, and they said that in their eyes, Walt would be turning in his grave because of all the changes happening. But then again, this is a different world that we're living in.
Right.
And when I think about it, I'm not happy with some of the policies that Disney's putting in place. However, I can't forget all the good times and all the magic. And I'm not going to stop going to Disneyland because of that.
Right.
True, I'm not, like you said, I'm not 100% in favor of some of the changes they're making, especially with some of the attractions. But, you know, I have to put that aside in this case because Disney has always brought to me happiness and joy, and to my family, happiness and joy. So I am going to continue. I will be a little upset, but once I get in there through the gates, the happy and the joy are back. And it's my happy place, and it is the happiest place on earth.
Well, and it's a happy place for a lot of people, as you would have mentioned before, and we've talked about. And I know you mentioned there are lots of changes, and it is because of where we're at right now in our world. However, you can't let some of those things affect you, especially if it takes away from, like you said, the happiness and where you want to be. Now, of course, everybody has their opinion. They can do whatever it is that they want to do. And like you mentioned, some people have chosen to not go back. And that's really the only way, like you said, if it's something that you're not in favor of, then you use your own voice to make it what you want it to be. So I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah, it's a peaceful protest for, you know, instead of getting very violent or anything like that. You vote with your wallet, and you show your displeasure with that way. And I know a lot of people have been furious, and they said, I will definitely not go back to Disneyland.
Right.
You know, until anything changes back, which I don't foresee in the future, but I am going back. I'm not happy with them, but I'm going back.
And there's going to be a lot of folks just like you were going to, you know what, I'm going to go anyway. However, there's a new generation, lots of new generations that are now going to Disneyland. So their experiences are going to be different than what we had, you know, as in anything, you know, I mean, things change over the course of many decades, and, you know, what we went to 20 years ago is different today. So, I mean, that's to be expected. So with that said,
yes,
let's launch into what is new there. Maybe we'll do what's new first, and then you can let us know what has closed or what won't be reopened.
Okay. Well, last month, the Marvel campus opened, and it has been inundated. I mean, people just charging through there. That's in the Disney California Adventure Park. And that's where we discussed last time you can become a superhero. And the new attraction there is an immersive ride. It's a slow ride. You get to be like Spider-Man and shoot, interact with what's going on. So it's a completely interactive ride.
Right.
And there's more to come in the future. Right now, I'm not privy to some of the other things that will be coming up, but that I have seen pictures of, and people are just enjoying, you know, interacting with the ride as it goes by. And it's kind of like, I think in Toy Story, you had the one where you shoot as you're going by. And this is the same way of doing it. And it's fun. And people who love the Marvel characters will definitely enjoy anything having to do with the Marvel campus, and their new food, which I have not been able to try yet, but they look delicious. And hopefully by next time I will able to tell you how they're tasting.
Well, you know what's funny? The pictures that we're sharing, I mean, everything is very colorful.
Mhm.
I suppose that just kind of goes with the theme. I mean, we've got reds and greens and pinks, and my gosh, everything is very colorful.
Well, yeah, and that's Disney, and hopefully they'll have the wine and food festivals again, and those always have something great. We'll see. Right now, they're still in their phased reopening of both parks. So by July, most of the attractions will be open. Most, I say, we'll get to that. Restaurants, most of them are reopening, as of the resorts, the Disneyland Hotel, Disney California, Grand Californian, they're coming back as well. So it's like it's slowly coming back to life.
Right.
And little by little, there are things that are not coming back yet, but you still do need to keep the numbers down. You still do need a reservation along with your ticket. Okay. And they are not doing temperature checks anymore. Okay. If you've had your vaccination, you're on your honor. You don't have to wear your mask. They're just letting you, they're not having any, you have to show us proof. So they're just letting us be real again, be human. And the musical acts on the streets, they're all coming back too. So that's what adds to the fun. You got to have music in Disneyland. And starting July 4th, the fireworks are back.
Oh, yay. Oh, that's great.
I love the fireworks show. Nobody does fireworks like Disneyland.
Do you think they'll be a little different this year? Like maybe they'll be bigger?
I'm hoping, and hopefully the Disney people will get me back in so I can tell you firsthand. But they're always, oh my gosh, I look forward to Disneyland fireworks, these rinky-dink fireworks that cities put on all the time. After you've gone to Disneyland and seen them do their fireworks shows with their lights and their lasers and everything, nothing else compares. Nothing else compares.
Yes, and it is fun, but those who may not be able to go to Disneyland want to be able to see the big fireworks. So hopefully they'll be just as abundant as they've always been.
Yeah, I believe so. And a lot of places play them on the YouTube channel. A lot of people will record them on their phones and put them back. So if for sometimes you can't get there for a while, you can see what's going on. And also, like I said, the restaurants are coming back. Right. They prefer you to use the Disney app on the smartphone to order in advance. Yeah. And there's still areas around the parks where you can eat. They just figured that's going to take away from the crowds and the lining up. So it's called the virtual queue when you order, and then you can go pick up. So mobile ordering is definitely not required, but definitely requested. Okay. And let's see, the Live on Stage and Frozen Live and World of Color are closed. Okay. So those three shows, Disney Junior Live on Stage and the Frozen Live and the World of Color, they're all in California Adventure. They're all closed for the time being. I have no way of knowing when they're coming back. Okay. And two things that are definitely closed indefinitely, they will be bringing them back. I have my ideas as to why they're closed, but the monorail and the submarine are closed. You cannot use them. I think, and if you'll allow me to use some conjecture, I think it's because they're trying to work on the air filter system because of all the COVID stuff. I mean, everything else has big, is outside or inside with large areas. Right. These are enclosed areas. So I believe, now don't quote me on this, but I do believe they're trying to work out the crowds in an enclosed area to make it safe for everybody.
Well, yeah, that submarine, it was stuffy in there. So
it is.
I don't that could be a bit of time, like you said, because that would be, that's a little tough. That is. And I remember the kids used to love that, but it was always kind of hot and stuffy in there.
Yes, and with people breathing in germs and everything with this COVID now that everybody's so worried about, and
Right.
they're just probably, in my mind, they're working on the ventilation systems in those two enclosed areas.
Okay. But
And
all the other rides are pretty much open though, right?
pretty much, yeah. Except for those three shows that I spoke about, they're closed. They hopefully will be coming back soon, but they're closed. The other ones are phased reopenings, but they will be back. Some of them are being refurbished, so they're going to be bright and shiny and all new, clean. The annual pass is gone. That's
Yeah.
gone. Annual pass holder is gone, but they are working on a new membership program, and details to be announced later. They don't even have it completed yet, but there will be a new membership program for all the people that are really gung-ho Disney people.
Okay. Now, can anyone go to Disneyland now? It's not just California residents?
No, they're reopening it now. I believe the first week of July. I don't have the exact date, but then it will be open to everybody instead of just Californians.
Okay.
Kind of sad because it's,
I know. Well, that's kind of the bummer, right? Is that you don't want it to open, but you want it to open because you don't want it to open because if you're one of the lucky ones that gets a reservation, it's a lot less crowded.
Yeah, yes. But just some interesting fact that everybody might be interested in. Before the COVID, there were 32,000 cast members there.
Okay.
Currently, there are 15,000. So that's why there's a phased reopening. Some things are slower. There's not as many people. You need your reservation along with your ticket so they know exactly how many people are going to be there, and they can cut it off when they know that there's not going to be as many people to help them through the parks and on the attractions. So there are some differences, but hopefully in a few more months, everything will be back to normal.
Well, good. Well, hopefully the next time we chat, you will have been there and tasted some of that delicious, colorful food.
Yeah, from your mouth up there to the Disney folks, call me, let me come in.
Call her, and
Call me, get me back in.
Want to bring me as a guest. I want to taste with her. All right, Francine, thank you again.
Oh, you're welcome. And hopefully next time we will have a lot more. And by then I'll get some more information about the monorail and the submarine. But it's just, like I said, it's my conjecture that they're working on the ventilation systems for those. And they'll be up and running soon. I mean, you can't have Disneyland without a monorail.
I know. All right, well, good. Thanks again.
Okay, take care.
All right, bye-bye. And we'll be right back after